Well, hello again, and welcome to Roland's Reviews. Please hit that little thumb as you enter the chat room. Also, we finally hit the 14,000 mark. I think it's 14,007 last time I checked. Thank you, thank you, thank you for everything that you did to help make that possible. All right, as I wait for the chat room to fill up, I have a little ditty for you. No, I still have not spend any money on singing lessons, so you have to suffer again. Tell me the artist and the song, and this is quite appropriate for today's topic. Baby, come back, because any kind of fool could see there was something in everything about you. Baby, come back. You can blame it all on me. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Baby, come back. You can blame it all on me. There was something in everything about you because I was wrong and I just can't live without you. Boom. Hit that like button, folks, as you enter the chat room. Boom. I hope that everyone is having a wonderful Saturday. I know I am. All right. And we will do the roll call momentarily. Again, if you are just entering the chat section, thank you, thank you, thank you for all of you. All of you who are hitting the like button, all of you who are sharing this content out on your social media pages, you are helping us to spread the message. Now, if you remember, when someone decided to, well, excuse me, when someone decided to parody the channel, they said that I've been accused of spreading hate. I like to think that I'm spreading love. Life is too short. And CJ, I think I did, and I think I responded. I think so. I responded to someone's email. If not, CJ, were you the Pink Floyd email? I think I've seen. I think I did. I think I've seen it. All right. So yeah, hit the like button, folks. If you have Facebook, Truth Social, please share this stream out. So we just crossed one milestone, and guess what? We're headed for the next. Alley Cat, well, Lynn, that's not true. You're not a Democrat. Boom. Yeah, but I like to think I'm spreading love. Life is too short. And I think if you are spreading facts and truth so people can make, decisions and choices about who they want to govern them, that I don't call that hate. I call that love. All right. Thank you so much. All right. Let's go ahead and get the chat room going. I will start with the roll call. If you would like for me to call out your name, all you need to do is say hello or you can send an emoji. All right. So, hey, here we go. Florida, hello, hello, hello. Thank you so much. Miss Florida was the first one in to, I think Miss Florida noticed it hit the 14,000 mark. And so she jumped in here immediately. So thank you for helping me to, stay on top of things. Thank you for reminding me to tell people to leave comments. That really means a lot. And that helps to grow the channel. All right. Vicky, how are you? Megan Soba's back. How are you? CJ. Hello, Jeffrey. How are you? Good to see you as well. Alley Cat, thank you. I did receive your text message. Traveling Mom, how you doing, love? Who else? I hope I'm not missing anyone. My girls, hello, hello, hello. Dorian, of course, is here. Where are we? My girls, Rollins. Whoever said you're spreading hate, they're the ones spreading light. Right, my girls. I don't spread hate. Let's be clear. I have more years behind me than I do, ahead of me. I don't have time to spread hate, but I will share truth with people, so people again can make intelligent decisions before they're voting for these people who will be governing over them. How you doing, Leon Wilson? Haven't seen you in a while. I hope everything is great with you. Fridge Reaver, how are you doing? So yes. We're going to get started. We're done with the roll call. If you hit that like button and if you continue to share this stream out, we'll be well on our way to 15,000. All right. I'm excited. I'm glad that the channel is starting to grow more. Bumpy rides and paths, not easily made. Make me cherish the folks who made me a better person, not the convenient, easy liars rolling. Thank you so much, Fridge Reaver. And that's what I try to do. So, again, thank God I'm a Generation Xer. I don't give a care if people say bad things about me or call me a liar, anti-immigrant. I just don't care. When you get my age, you're like, meh, whatever. So let me preface this conversation with, now look at the title first. Black residents protest mass exodus of grocery stores in liberal city. Rampant shoplifting. Now, let me say this, folks. Those of you who've been here for a while, right, Allie, you did. Thank you, love. We've talked about this, especially in the blue liberal cities. Crime is rampant. Businesses, I think I've done one or maybe two videos on this. They're having to shutter because they're not making a profit. They're being shoplifted into oblivion. That is crazy. And if you're on social media like I am, you see people all the time. They're stealing. They're just walking out of the doors with TVs and whatever. And the only part that really makes me sad is the older people who are trapped there in those communities. When these drugstores close down, when these grocery stores and other businesses close down, what are they going to do? I don't care about the people who are causing the problem. Who cares? But the elderly people, the people who are disabled, who are just there, they haven't done anything wrong. They haven't committed crimes. They're just there in a crime-ridden environment. And that's the sad part. So that's where we are. Jeffrey, yes, Jeffrey. And that, again, that's the part that I don't like. They're not the people committing the crimes. They're standing there protesting out there in the hot sun about something they can't change instead of changing their vote. My girl, say it for the people in the back. Stop voting blue no matter who. Okay? This is what you get. And I think we even talked about in California, they finally changed the law because what was it? If it wasn't $1,000, I forgot the exact, because I did that video a long time ago. If it wasn't over $1,000, you couldn't do anything to the person, and all these crazy, crazy rules and laws. Oh my God. So instead of the people who were there protesting and calling these businesses racist, they need to be attacking the people. And from what I've seen, they're calling the communities, Black and brown communities, whatever. That's what they're saying. So you need to be protesting and attacking these people who are causing these businesses to shutter. I'm not sure, Dorian. 900 and Jeffrey, I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, tell me what you're talking about. So anyway, if you're familiar with this is happening in Milwaukee, the Pick and Save. They're shuttering 5 stores. And I'm going to tell you, now, you know, when the headquarters releases a statement, they never come out and tell you the truth, but you know, I will. So let's look at this article, and there's a video, and hit that like button while you're here. Jeffrey, it's up to $1,000 in California. Yeah. So people just grab stuff, whatever, and run out the door. You know, so that's not acceptable. And not to backtrack, but that guy, I did the video on the guy. Of course, it looked so horrible. The officer punched him in the face and the officer broke out his glass. These are the same people committing crimes and causing problems. You have to, all right. How can I say this in a nice way? Let me go to the Bible. Spare the rod, spoil the child. Now, let me say this. CJ, Roland Gen X, get ready. A limited series revival of Magnum P.I. starring Tom Selleck is planned to premiere on Prime Video. Okay, CJ. Wisconsin, right, Dorian. Yes, Roland, Kansas City did that. A city-owned grocery store. It failed horribly. Right. And again, who is suffering? The people who suffer the most are the people who had nothing to do with the crime. And they're not shoplifting these businesses into oblivion. It's the criminals. So anyway, let me say this. Those of you who've been here for a while, you know, I just completed year 27 here in the state of North Carolina as an educator. I teach high school. Most of you know that. I went to the grocery store. Today is Saturday. I went to the grocery store Friday, actually, one day ago. I saw a former student, and I was trying to think of her name. She looked so different. And she had this young lady had some shades on. She took them off, and I was like, oh my God. And she had on a t-shirt with the letters of the high school that she attended and where I teach. Well, and I'm telling you all this to say this. Hey, those of you who have children, grandchildren, don't spare the rod. So anyway, I remember she took my class, and I'm sorry to get off on this, but this ties into everything that we talk about, and accountability and responsibility. This young lady, so I asked her, when did you graduate? Now, I found out after the fact she dropped out, but she said 2011. I said, how you been doing now? She 31, 32. All of her front teeth are gone. Type in the chat what you think is going on there. I remembered very clearly now. It's been a while. She took my class. She was one of those students I did not let go anywhere because she was all over the place doing things she should not have been doing. Right, Allie Cat? Thank you, Allie. I remembered very distinctly when she was in school. Allie had it meth. When she was in school, she was all over the place. She was not held accountable, not held responsible. She didn't graduate. She dropped out, and she told me she just had a baby. But again, if you're 31 years old and all your teeth, all your top teeth are gone, I kind of know what you've been doing. And it just, I felt bad for her because I remembered her in my class. I wouldn't even let her go to the bathroom because she was all other teachers. Just what she would ask, can I do this? And nope, I wouldn't let her. But I'm thinking for all of the teachers that let her get over on them and let her do what she wanted. I wish they could see where she is now in her life. You are not doing these people any favors. You are enabling them. Yes, drug habit. Yes. And then I talked to another teacher and I told her I ran into this young lady. She said, oh yeah, she's been on drugs for years. And we talked about how she was at high school. She was a smart mouth. She didn't have a smart mouth with me because she knows I would have thrown her out of the room. She knows that. But the teachers who let her run over them, she did. And so I could tell, when you see someone, she was like, Miss Sim, she said, you look the same. And I couldn't say the same for her. So I just smiled and said, thank you. She looks horrible. You're 31 years old. Oh, and then the former another teacher told me, she was cooking meth and she and her boyfriend caught on fire. All kinds of I'm just like, whoa, woo. So, do not spare the rod and spoil the child. Hold them accountable. Dorian, the whole world is a drug area if you want to be technical. Yes, Bo, and bad stuff. There are 82 pick and save stores in Wisconsin, so closing 5 has to do with 2 things: crime and profit. CJ, you know where I'm going with this. Yes. Alley Cat, Lynn, meth addiction is rampant. I prosecute way too many of those cases. Really? How you doing, Straggler? All right, Alley Cat. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Alley. Okay, let's go through this. Pick and save. Milwaukee Community so they're out here protesting, and with the other, right? With the other videos that I've done, hit the like button for me, please, folks. We know what the problem is. But again, it's the pink elephant in the room. No one wants to say what the problem is, but we will say it on this channel. So neighbors protest the loss of Milwaukee, and they're closing 5 stores. Don't forget that. In June, the company announced plans to close 5 locations in and around the city. Food security and accessibility are among the concerns of the neighborhood. So neighbors protested, the loss. And these people out here protesting are saying, well, food is a right. We have a right to have a grocery store close to where we live and not have to go 10 miles. Well, talk to the people in your neighborhood who are stealing them and shoplifting them into oblivion. And so this, and again, it says this is heartbreaking that this is happening to our community again, says Maria Beltran over and over again. Like, this is not fair. So again, you feel bad for the people who are not, right? The people who are not committing the crimes. They're just there. Some people, again, particularly the elderly people, they're just trapped. All right, hit that like button, folks, and share this stream out. A person shouldn't have to leave their house to go all the way over yonder to get some groceries when it could be right here in the community, said Bully White. Bully White said her family's fleeing the toll and fears the closure will force them to stop at more expensive corner stores and price them out altogether. So again, the people who aren't committing the crimes, they're the ones suffering. And again, they're trying to make the business look bad. Newsflash, businesses are in business to make money. Bottom line. There's a real concern of what it means to have food security available to neighbors throughout the whole city, said State Senator Dora Drake. I do believe in standing with the people behind me that food is right and we should have access to healthy food. Drake joined Friday's rally. She said she's working with local leaders to find a solution. Yeah. I think one of you already typed it in the comments section. If they come up with a grocery store, they'll destroy that too. So they're trying to figure out what they're going to do next. Affordable food for our community, food for our families, food period, how we're going to survive, said Bully White. Fox News reached out to Kroger, Pick and Save's parent company, for comment, but did not hear back by the deadline for this story. And I have some videos to share with you, so I'll show you. But I'm going, how you doing, Blexit Communita? My grocery store is a 5-minute drive away from me. That's good. Rolling here in Lawton, Oklahoma, which is also where Fort Sill is. It has an infestation of meth, etc. I've seen people I've known that I haven't seen in 12 years, and they look like the Crypt Keepers. CJ, I've seen former students. I told you they look totally unrecognizable. I tell you, that really hit me yesterday when I ran into this former student. I was like, whoa. I mean, she looked bad. And when you see someone and they look almost unrecognizable, you have to sort of temper your face so that you're not giving it away that, oh my God, that they can see that, oh my God, that they look bad. All right. Let me play this video.
Neighbors are protesting the loss of the Milwaukee Pick and Save.
The business, it's closing several locations. Abril Preciado joining us live with a closer look at the community backlash now. It's been pretty strong, especially today.
We have been at this Pick and Save on North 35th Street, where we can already see that people have been showing up and seeing these wooden boards that are already covering the windows and doors. In the past, the companies, they're closing for the health of the business. Food security.
So these people you see out here are out here protesting against the business. And you see the sign. If you can see that sign, you see racism and all this other crap. Anything but the truth about why these businesses have been shuttered. Let's continue.
Accessibility are among the concerns for this group of people, as wooden boards cover up windows and doors at the Pick and Save location on 35th in Milwaukee.
This is just heartbreaking that this is happening to our community again, over and over again. Like, this is not fair.
It broke my heart. Like, what is we gonna do? Like, this is the only big grocery store in the community.
In June, the company announced it would close 5 Pick and Save grocery stores in the Milwaukee area, including Glendale, South Milwaukee, and Oak Creek.
A person shouldn't have to leave their house, go all the way over yonder to go make some groceries when it could be one right here in the community.
Tell the people that in your community to stop shoplifting, ma'am. Okay.
Tisha Bully White says her family is feeling the toll. She feels the closure will force them to shop at more expensive corner stores and price them out altogether.
There is a real concern of what it means to have food security available to neighbors, throughout the whole city. I do believe and stand with the people behind me that food is a right, and we should have access to healthy food.
She said she believes that food is a right. Well, ma'am, businesses also have a right not to have all of their products ripped off. How about that? So they could actually make a profit. I'll continue.
Senator Dora Drake was present during the rally. She says she's working with local leaders to find a solution.
We can work together.
As doors officially close, families are now left wondering where to go next.
Affordable food for our community, food for our families, food, period. How are we going to survive?
And we did company Kroger. We have not heard back. Earlier today, we did see some folks from the Hunger Task out here handing.
And their video kept buffering, not mine. It's not me this time. Oh, goodness. I just got an alert. Multiple people have been stabbed at a Walmart in Michigan. A suspect is in custody. What is it with these Walmarts? Wow.
This flyer telling people that they will be having a mobile food market out here in August. Reporting live in Milwaukee, Abril Preciado, Fox News.
Turn into a place to ride your bike now as a kid. All right, Abril, thanks. This is not the only Pick and Save that is closing in Milwaukee, as Abril just reported. Take a look at your screen. Here's a look at the other Pick and Save locations all throughout the area that are shutting their doors.
All right. So again, someone type in the comments section. I've seemed to have forgotten. Why do you think they're shuttering all these stores? They're making money, aren't they? Wow. And again, the pink elephant in the room. What are you going to do? Continue to vote for blue? No matter who, you're not going to have any changes. You're not. Okay. You're not. So all I can say is try to, and what I've actually seen, right, Allie, what I've actually seen, one of the videos that I did, one of the stores, there were people, I think they had gone and raided a Nike store and another store. And some people in the community were like, we're fed up with this, because they knew what was coming next, that their stores were going to be shuttered. And so people in the community started standing guard at the door. And when people were coming in there trying to shoplift and steal, they jumped on them. hey, what are you going to do? Don't blame all this on Trump. That's the elephant. Straggler, what's the elephant in the room to you, dear? I must have missed your comment. All right. So that's just where we are. Businesses are always going to leave if they're not making money. That's just, if you look at the business model, if they're not making money, they're not going to remain open. They're not. Okay. All right. So let me show you some videos I have. Hit that like button. Also share this stream out. Okay. Yeah, here we go. Okay. All right. Roland, I bought me a chest freezer a few years ago and started shopping monthly for my groceries. I make one trip every month. If I need a gallon of milk or something, I have a Dollar Tree. Okay, CJ, that makes sense. How you doing? Peace, Nick. Okay. Hit that like button. Yes, Dorian. All right. How you doing, Tijuana border jumper? Yes, we made it, dear. 14,000. We made it. Thank you, love. Okay, so let's listen to some of this and we'll continue.
Store in our immediate area.
The Pick and Save on North 35th Street isn't just a store.
It is the only source of food that this community has access to.
It's a lifeline.
Devastating.
And soon it will be gone.
It's going to be not only a financial burden, but a burden on the spirit and the stomach.
It's one of 5 Milwaukee area Pick and Saves shutting its doors.
It's hard to hear that such a prominent chain in Milwaukee is closing down so many stores.
Jessica Thompson is a part of the Milwaukee Food Council.
I think the solution would be to move towards a food system that doesn't rely on these big grocery chains for our daily needs.
Brittany Taylor lives a couple blocks away from this Pick and Save. It's where she gets everything she needs to feed her family.
It's leaving us high in the stomach.
Where is we going to go? We're going to have to go towards that way or all the way up that way or further that way.
The community got together to brainstorm.
Our community deserves a grocery store. That was the message at this emergency town hall Monday.
I thought it was convenient. That's why I moved over here close by it. Now they're taking it away.
We don't have a lot of grocery stores in Black and brown neighborhoods.
Now this chat is always off the hook. Now Tijuana behave, Alley Cat behave, because this woman's going to be talking about how they need food. And so, oh my God, this chat, I don't know, Dorian, all of you, Tina, how you doing? I love Star Child. How you doing? The residents here did the same thing in my time during BLM, lined up downtown, armed and ready. Star Child. That's what people are going to have to start doing. If not, in these blue cities, oh my God, Alley Cat, I know you're going to say something. I know, Tijuana, I'm teaching myself to pickle, dehydrate, smoke, and preserve my food. Tijuana, that's actually smart. I have a coworker that does all of that. That's real smart. Water Blivet. Okay. All right, here we go.
Cat Park is in the center of Milwaukee.
Our community deserves a grocery store.
The community members here outraged over the closure of the 35th and Meineke Pick and Save location, the store and pharmacy's last day, July 18th.
We deserve more than July 18th. We deserve more than that.
Folks are also talking about starting multiple co-op grocery stores because we don't just need one grocery store, we need multiple so that we can have healthy, safe, thriving community.
Community members drafted action plans at the emergency town hall meeting with ideas like demanding the store stay open beyond July 18th and encouraging others to boycott the grocery chain.
Call for boycott starting on July 14th. Boycott all stores, every single store on the planet.
All right. So as we said, hit that like button for me, folks. They are boycotting the wrong people. Boycott the people in your community who have shoplifted to the extent that the businesses are losing money. My girl, I knew my girls was gonna do something. My girls. I can't with my girls. Connie, how you doing, Love Straggler? Most are spoiled and never ate beans, but think we're gonna learn. Yes, Straggler, good point. Connie, hello. I just came home from visiting with my family in New Jersey. We're glad you're home safe, dear. Hit that like button. Straggler and those who I have some other new people here. Star Child, like the nonprofits, let them. Star Child, hit that like button if you will, love, and share this stream out. Lay off of the high cal. My 600-pound life. Oh my God, I can't. All right, I'm gonna sing my song. Big back, big back, big back, big back. Might just get a Big Mac. oh, life in the fast lane. Oh my God, this chat. Oh Jesus. Woo, they opened the stores and they robbed them blind. Monique, yes. Monique, I've seen this. I stopped at a Dollar General, Blexit da Communita. They want to boycott America, but beg America for reparations. No money for you. Okay. I bet that house smells like dead raccoon and McDonald's. So my God. Oh yeah, I like that Queen song. Fat Bottom Girls. Yes, Queen. Oh, yes. Another one bites the dust. Okay, Star Child is laughing. Star Child, get used to these people in this chat. They keep me laughing. Oh my God, Dorian. I can't with this chat. I cannot. All right, so Jeffrey, we have a Family Dollar in my neighborhood that's been robbed so many times. Now it won't open. Jeffrey, I stopped at a Dollar General. I was, just passing through, not where I live, but I was passing through. And I was like, how you doing, Ashley Robinson? They can't have nice things. No, they cannot. Queen Adaya, how you doing? Hit that like button, folks. So, again, they're crying racism. Yes, CJ, crazy train. R.I.P. Ozzy, as well as Hulk Hogan. Royce White for Senate. All right, Agent. All right. Thank you for the super chat, love. I am sending you some hearts. There you go, love. Oh, Dorian. Oh my God. No homegirl, 8 family. Okay. Yeah. So what we're saying is they don't want to address why the businesses are closing. Like the other videos that I've done. It's the crime, stupid. It's the shoplifting, stupid. If they're not making money, they're leaving. And Malcolm, yes, Monique, Malcolm. Oh my God, yes. Three right in a row, right? Oh my God. Woo. So anyway, boycott incoming. Now they said on there the 18th. If you boycott the store, to me, isn't that kind of like being an oxymoron? So if you boycott the store is still not going to make any money, right? Because you're boycotting, so you're not going to be shopping there. So you're an oxymoron. So this will also, if you're going to boycott them, this will also incentivize them to get the heck out. They're not making any money anyway. So this is really the opposite of what you want. So make it make sense. Ashley Robinson voted best channel on YouTube today. Which channel, Ashley Robinson, was voted best channel on YouTube today? Let me know. Time for Law and Order. Yes, exactly. Exactly. All right. So we know that these communists and socialists, Ashley, from who? I didn't know anything about it. I didn't know anything about the vote. Thank you. Ashley Robinson said my channel was voted. Okay. I'll take it. I didn't know anything about it. Maybe we'll have some more people subbing up. Sounds good to me. Bring them on into the conversation. And tell me who started that poll so I can thank them. Thank you. So anyway, these people are business and economic illiterate. Thank you, Agent Orange. As it relates to business issues, they're illiterate. And are you going to lose it like always? Congrats, Ashley Robinson. Yeah. So this story is the same old tired theme, right? That we've discussed in other videos. That's our phrase. That's right. Where is this happening? This is in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. They're shuttering 5 stores. Now, they won't take the corporate won't tell you why, but I will. Thank you, Alley Cat. And this is happening. Let's be clear. This is happening in all the blue cities. They're crime ridden. I've done videos. There's some other big time YouTubers. They do these videos every day on businesses that are closing because they're losing so much money. You're going to be next at Rollins Reviews. Congrats. And then next for what, Queen? I'm not sure what I missed. As you say, deport. Yes. And so these so-called black and brown neighborhoods where these stores can operate, let's be clear, they're operating in other communities. So what's the difference? We didn't say they were smart, just high calorie. My girl. My girls. Oh my God. So these businesses are apprehensive about admitting the truth. 3.78 for 20-ounce Coke. Oh, okay. Wisconsin, Agent Orange, Wisconsin here. The good news is our governor is not running for re-election. Comrade Evers is out. Great. So why? Let me tell you what the stores CEOs won't tell you. These stores, and remember we talked about, I think it was the drugstores closing. So grocery giants, Walgreens, some Walmarts are closing. They won't tell you why, but I will. Rampant crime, excessive shoplifting. So, as I told you, I was passing through a town that I didn't live there, but I saw a Dollar General sign, so I went on in there and I was like, "Hey, I just found you." I said, "I'll start stopping through here sometimes." And the lady that worked there said, "Ma'am," she said, "we're shutting down." I said, "What?" She said, "Yeah." She said, we're not making any money." And this was like, oh my God, 10 years ago. She said, "We're not making any money because people are coming in here and stealing everything." And you know, the employees are just standing there. They can't do anything. And these people, some people are on drugs and some people have weapons. So they're just like, hey, you know, Queen of Di Rollins Reviews, best channel on YouTube. Okay. I didn't hear that. I want to know who said that so I can thank them. Thank you, Queen. And so that's what I'm saying. And they won't say it because it's not good PR, but it's crime, excessive shoplifting. And if they come out, if a CEO of a business comes out and says that, we know, what are they going to accuse them of? I forgot. Someone type it in the comment section, please, and tell me. What will that CEO be accused of if they come out and tell the real reason that they are shuttering these businesses? Someone tell me. Thank you, Baldwin. They will be accused. Oh, that's racist. That's not racist. That's truth. People don't want to hear the truth. Right, Dorian? And so that it is what it is. It's not racism if it's the truth. How is that racism? And so the CEOs just come out, you know, they put some nice word salad together so it sounds nice. But in the dark room with the closed doors, they're like, we're going to get shuttered. We're going to cut our losses and shut it down. Okay, so like Ms. Rowland said, hold those criminals. Yes, these people in some of these communities that have stopped some of these criminals. How you doing, Demonetized? Hit that like button, please. Some of these people who are like, not on our watch. Some of these people are standing up. And no, you're not going to come in here and shoplift all that you want, and then eventually the business is going to be shut down, and then we all have to suffer because of you. I applaud that. So Pick and Save is conducting this mass exodus because of the residents in those communities. And so, you know, they can't tell the real reason. That's why I did. And also, let me tell you this, Pick and Save, I think it was it last year, what I was reading? Last year, all of you, I'm sure, are familiar with the, what do you call? Self-checkout. They had to shut those down in the stores. People were stealing so bad at the self-checkout. So now the people who weren't stealing have to wait in long lines. So, it's not the business, it's the people. Remember, they were calling the shoplifting petty crimes. They were taking a lot from those stores at Queen, and they still are. I see a lot of videos on social media. Yes, social media. You see women just go in, and it's like, what are you doing? You don't shoplift to increase the prices of the business, right? Miss Rowland, it goes back to parenting. Jeffrey, it goes back to what we've been saying. It goes back to the video I just did on the guy who wouldn't get, the police asked for his license, asked him to get out of his vehicle. He would not do it. He would not comply. It all goes back to home training and parenting. It does. They get rid of they got rid of the self-checkout. So, okay. So, the residents were shocked about that, surprised about that. Keep voting blue no matter who. And I promise you, this will continue. These people feel entitled to a grocery store. How about feeling entitled to the people in your community saying, hey, you're going to ruin this for all of us? Because it's not just like in the schools. Everyone's not doing things they shouldn't be doing. There's a small group of people that ruin it for everyone. That's life. Okay. Allie said, I just had a big felony theft case from a Walmart self-checkout. Yes. And I've been, oh my God, I've been to Walmart and I've seen people getting stopped. And they have large items and they're trying to, then sometimes they'll, I talked to one of the people that work there and they're like, we can't stop them. They'll grab a vacuum cleaner, a TV or whatever, run out the door. That drives up prices for the rest of us. And I'm not like you, Queen Adaya. I'm not stealing Alley Cat. You're not stealing Dorian, Jeffrey, Florida, Monique, Robert. We're not stealing Agent Orange, but we're still suffering. We're paying the price. So tell your neighbors to stop shoplifting. How about protesting against the theft and the crime that has led to these stores being shut? I'm trying to keep up with all your comments, folks. That's why I'm looking down. And so if I missed your comment, just type it again and I'll read it for you. Job security comes when you go to a cashier. Okay, Adaya, I like that. You're right. Okay, Tijuana Porter Jumper. Thank you for the super chat, love. I'm sending you some hearts. Tijuana says, why don't they open a super Walmart in the backwoods of North Carolina? Racism or it isn't profitable. You got to use your head. Good point, Tijuana. And let's be clear. In the parts of the country where a lot of people are on fentanyl and meth, they have the same problem. Crimes, theft, right? It's just a bad situation. So some of these stores are opening in other places in Wisconsin. So that what they're doing is opening stores in other communities. They're leaving this demographic and going to another. How you doing, Laurie? All right, there are your kitty cats there, Laurie. Good to see you. They don't want, so these businesses, let's call it what it is, Dorian. Thank God my dad taught me about racism and I faced it firsthand. Oh, okay, Dorian. So these businesses are leaving one demographic and they're going to another, because I'm going to share with you another demographic that they opened the store for. You know your neighborhood is bad when Walmart will not set up shop. Monique, you know I live here at Fort Bragg. Nice to see you too, Laurie. There was a brand new Walmart that opened up. I don't know if it was the big one, but the little neighborhood. I think it was the neighborhood Walmart. Anyway, they opened it up in Fayetteville, which is right beside Fort Bragg. And I was like, that's great because it's in a rundown community. And, you know, it brought some jobs to the area. That store was not open. I went by road past there. That store was not open very long. So it's the same issue. Yeah, if Walmart closes up shop, you've got a serious problem. Agent Orange, I live in law-abiding section of Wisconsin, definitely not the Milwaukee area. Agent Orange, thank God. So anyway, that's what's going on. They don't want to cater to certain communities, and hey, they're not making any money there. They're just losing. They're trying to cut their losses. They're like, we're out of here. Alley Cat, racism is always going to be alive, but it's not always white, it's black. It's rampant on anyone that upsets the LC fair. Okay. I live all exactly. Yeah. So some stores are opening up in some Asian neighborhoods. I have a short clip I'll show you. So they want to target a different demographic, less issues, and less shoplifting. Okay. So tell me what you think. I'm going to take this video down and put up another. Hit that like button, folks, as well as share this stream out on your various forms of social media. And we are, let me see, where are we here? We're going to, okay, 358. Tell me what your thoughts are, folks, in reference to this situation. Tell me what your thoughts are. My thoughts, if you want my reaction, I do not blame the businesses. And you have to look at it from their standpoint. You know, there's no way I would continue to lose money. No way. So I am not mad or upset with them. I do not think they are racist. They are just not making any money. So all these protesters, go protest and go talk to the criminals in your communities. And like I said, try to get them situated. Where is it? Up in the chat. Let's try. Yeah, hit the like button, folks. So let's see what's going on here.
Yeah, Deanna. Well, we went inside this store today, and the self-checkout stations are gone, leaving some shoppers concerned about staffing and about long lines.
This is what I mentioned. I referenced earlier. You wouldn't go to class. They didn't pay you what caused the schools losing too much money from destruction. You wouldn't go to class. Jeffrey, what are you trying to tell me? How you doing, Bev? Hit the like button, dear. Right, Monique. The liquor stores never leave. That's what they need to shut down. All right, here we go. They're going to shut something down. Here we go.
A busy Pick and Save parking lot Thursday night as shoppers rush to grab groceries before heading home.
I'm not usually shopping for like a family, so I just have a couple things that I want to get.
But the change at checkout has some feeling frustrated.
It sucks that they're shutting it down.
Self-checkout machines nowhere to be found. Pick and Save confirms the company is getting rid of self-checkouts at some Wisconsin stores, saying in a statement, quote, "We anticipate this change will help us better serve our customers' needs." The retailer, one of several scaling back on self-checkouts recently, including Target and Dollar General. Some industry experts point.
All right, let me get rid of the, let me see.
To a drop in profits as a possible reason why.
This yields quite a few challenges, but one of them is this funny little notion called partial shrink, which is when a shopper perhaps either accidentally or intentionally doesn't scan all of the items in their order. So some of the stuff goes out the door without having been paid for.
Some Pick and Save shoppers say they might switch where they shop.
So yeah, I might have to go to like a Fresh Time or a different place.
It added like 10 minutes to my shopping trip that I'd rather have spent doing something else.
Others prefer to check in with an employee while they check out.
I had really a mixed experience with it. There weren't always people around to help if you ran into a problem, or there were people on their phones who were supposed to be helping you but didn't.
Emily, did Pick and Save say how many stores are impacted by this change?
We asked Pick and Save just how many stores are going to be impacted, and if the change is permanent. We did not get a response.
All right, so there we go. So again, everyone has to suffer for the behavior of a few. That's life though, right? Queen, the liquor stores are like the drugs dumped in certain areas. It's like a drug you see at church and liquor store on almost every corner. Yeah, They never shut the liquor stores down. They leave those so people can just destroy themselves. And you have to be intelligent enough not to do that. Beverly said, but there are food deserts in the Black communities. Beverly, we know that, but we're saying, love, the behavior of the people who are living in the community. They are the small percentage of people who are doing what they shouldn't be doing. They are ruining it for everyone else, unfortunately. If Black communities would realize that the behavior is causing businesses to close and pack up shop, then maybe they can keep retailers there. Yeah, start because now what I've seen a lot of, sometimes when something happens, the police come, they have that, no, we're not snitching. We're not, we hear students say that crap all the time. Oh, you're not going to snitch. Yeah, but when their butt is in a sling and we pull them to the side, yeah, they give up the information. Oh, Beverly, before you got here, I was talking about the sad part is the disabled people and the elderly people. And for the most part, there's only a small percentage in the community that are doing this. Maga Tamara, how you doing, love? And that, that's really sad. They're ruining everything for everyone. And like I said, I feel bad for the disabled people and the elderly people, especially. Oh, Ellie, I tell my students all the time. Because something, they're my favorite. I'm like, that's fine. But if your parents call me or email me, I told them I'll sing like a canary. You better come in here and do what you're supposed to do. Because I'm not your friend. So yeah. Okay, so that's where we are with that. And I have another clip to let me see where it is. Is it? And I'm gonna show you this other clip. Where is it? All right. Hold up. I need to pull it up as I'm trying to cue this up for you. Please hit that like button. MAGA, we made it over. We're up to 14,011, I think. So we made it. All right. Thank you for your support. Everyone who's here, I thank you from my full heart. Okay, I have it pulled up here. Let me see, 12. I just have a short clip, but I wanted to share this with you. All right, let me go one more minute. All right. And again, folks, this is where we are. Stop voting blue, no matter who. Look at all of these liberal cities. This is what you see. All right, so here we go. There is no way I would live in a blue city. No way. All right, I think I have it ready now.
The largest Asian supermarket in the state of Wisconsin just opened its doors today in West Dallas. Pan Asia is at 70th and Greenfield Avenue. Customers say the store fills a much-needed gap. Here's 12 News' Zoe Henry.
The doors opened at 9 a.m.
Well, there is a lot of stuff here.
And customers like Lincoln Fong could finally see the finished product of Wisconsin's first Pan Asia supermarket. Fong says he's been waiting his whole life to see something like this in Wisconsin.
Growing up in Milwaukee, we used to have to go to Chicago for stuff like this, but now it's in your backyard. The smaller ones, you wonder how fresh maybe the older ones, but this is all new and it's exciting.
Pan Asia offers 10,000 different specialty products.
I see everything I like here. Everything I need, noodles, meat, vegetables, everything, snacks.
Most items on the shelves are imported from several Southeast Asian countries.
So I think in everybody's mentality, Asian store just carry Chinese products, but we want to make it a one-stop shopping experience for people from across the world because we know America is a diverse community.
Goods from Korea, Japan, Thailand, and many others can be found on these shelves. Some customers say this store bridges a gap.
Do you have any other stores like this you shop at, or is this the one?
It's like the only one around here. I mean, if I have to go, then I have to go all the way down to Greenfield, which is a long way.
there's a lot of things here that you can't find at just like a regular grocery store. Like a lot of the things I've had to buy online. So it is great to not have to wait however long to get the things that I want.
In addition to groceries, Pan Asia also has a boba tea cafe with more than 10 flavors and a restaurant serving.
All right. So see the difference, folks? So they're shuttering stores in some communities and then they're opening some in others. What's the difference? How you doing, Lord Jammer? What is the difference? That's okay, Lord Jammer. Hey, life happens and we just have to roll with the punches. We're glad you're here now. My girls, it's time for repentance and getting it right. They need to find new associates. A friend won't steer you wrong. Exactly. Lynn, why do all these people in blue states look like Allie will not behave? What am I going to do? But again, people, hold people accountable. And I look at a lot of shorts. Me being a teacher, anytime I see a parent doing something wrong, it just, and I wanted to share with you. How many of you heard about, let me see. I need to share that short with you. Because, people are always asking what's wrong with people. What's wrong with the young people. It's the parents. Let me show you one I looked at today. And again, it made me go back to the student I told you about earlier that I ran into her, and she looks like death warmed over. But she was allowed to do whatever. Let me pull this up. Yeah, I want to share. Because people are always asking, what is the problem? This is a definite problem. And everything ties into things that we talk about. And I tell my students all the time, because if some of you have been here for a while, part of my job is I help students get jobs. They get their certification in my class, and then I help them get jobs. And I tell them all the time, when you're working, your phone should be locked up. You're not supposed to be on your phone. So let me show you. You can see this short right here. Woman is upset that her daughter, who works at this McDonald's, was written up for using her phone while on the clock. So this is one of the, so when I see these shorts, I'll start sharing them with you. Sometimes I've told you about situations where parents have come up to the school. Baldwin Burris, I can confirm that. I'm a former student. What are you confirming, Baldwin? Yeah, I tried to lead you in the right way. I did not tell you anything wrong. And I told you if I got you a job, you better not bring that phone out. Baldwin Birds will attest to that. Yes, your phone is up. Baldwin Birds will tell you he's never seen me on my phone in my classroom. I take up phones, and my phone is not used until I have no students. Okay. So let me show you what this parent did. Because again, I'm going to start showing you some of these shorts that I look at. This is unacceptable behavior.
That's fine if you want to take it there because you're not doing what you want. I mean, if you have not been writing anybody else up in time before now, but if that's how you want to be because you feeling insulted or you feeling petty, you want to write her up on a cell phone and you haven't been writing her up because you haven't been doing your job, maybe you just need to do your job a little bit better. I'm customer service management as well, ma'am. But I do something different than this. And I know how to train. And you need to be a little bit more transparent. That way your employee isn't misguided. You as well. You as well. You as well.
You see my point now? Her mother had no business going up there to that job. And she said that she was in customer service as well. I wouldn't want to deal with her. Right, Baldwin? Yeah. So no. So that person that you just saw, now we have them come in all shapes, sizes, and colors. But I ran across that short today, so I'm sharing that with you. So I don't want to see the race hustlers in my comment section telling me that I'm bashing Black people again. I don't want to hear that because that's not what I'm doing. I ran across that short today and I was sharing that with you. All right. All right. So thank you, Alley Cat. These are the things that educators have to deal with. These are the things that police officers have to deal with. Parents like that that come in all shapes, sizes, and colors. Right? I'm not saying it's not all Black, but I came across that today. So I'm just saying. Yes, Jeffrey. Oh my, she should have spoken to the teacher in private. Queen. So yeah, that was a job that her daughter had, and her daughter went home and told her that the manager wrote me up, but she didn't write the other people up. So you know, she didn't come out and call the woman a racist, but you know that's what she's implying. And she was telling the woman that she needs to do her job. No. I would have that woman barred. Say, matter of fact, I would terminate the daughter if I could. You go get your daughter a job where you work, ma'am. But no one's dealing with that nonsense. Queen, we have to deal with idiots like that. Lynn, are you bashing Black people again? I get accused of that in my comments. Okay, and I'm just like, I'm just showing you what I see. Some of you are always asking questions about what I see in the classroom. That's one of the things I see. Again, of all races, creeds, colors, and nationalities, not just Black people coming there with bad attitudes, white, Hispanic. Hey, everyone does it from time to time. But on social media, you see more Black for some reason. My girls, I was just explaining why I shared that short. But that's what we have to deal. That's what teachers have to deal with. That's what police officers have to deal with. Okay? No bastion on this channel. Right? Thank you, Jeffrey. Now, how many of you, I wanted to share this too before we get off. Because again, this all ties into no accountability, no responsibility. How many of you heard about the Black teens that went and took over someone else's pool in Chicago? They called it a teen takeover, took over a family's pool. How many of you heard about that? Okay, Marg, I remember those days. What color do people think you are? And a large portion of the chat. Allie, you know, no one is supposed to say anything. Black people don't do anything wrong. If someone says something about Black people, they can't call me. Well, I did have someone tell me I was racist. So I'm racist against Black people. I don't care what they say, whatever. Yes, Lord Jammer, yes. How many people? I want to know how many people are familiar with this. This happened in Chicago. Nope. Okay. So this type of behavior, no accountability, no responsibility. Jeffrey said, I've been called everything in the Bible and it ain't even in the Bible. Yeah, I hate the word racist. Me too, Allie. I still call the person Mr. Paddles. Manga. Yeah. Agent. Yeah. All right. So watch this. Yeah, they went and took over. So again, Chicago, all of the blue cities, entitlement is through the roof. This is what happens when you have 60 plus years of voting blue, no matter who. Look at all the blue cities. Look at them. That's another reason Trump is in. All people are sick and tired of it. There's no accountability. There's no responsibility. Just do what you feel. It's a hedonistic society in these blue cities. Oh, so yeah, let me play this so you can see what happened.
Areas.
$200 plus teens took over a family's pool. 200. They set this up on social media and just showed up and then pushed one of the workers, pushed someone in the pool. Robert, say it for the people in the back. Exactly. Okay, hold on. You're not seeing anything. Let me see. All right. Okay. Boom. There we go. Let me start this over. So yeah, this happened in Chicago. Shocking, right? Everyone hopefully can see now. Let me see. All right. There we go. All right. They are entitled to vote blue and continue to be a fool. Boom. Citizen Kane. The Walmart closest to me tells us not to inform on the illegal immigrant gangbangers hanging out outside, even if they are shoplifting. Citizen Kane, Chicago is, oh, there's no hope. All right, here we go.
Is it just hot?
Property is closed. Go home. Property is closed.
Okay, hold on. Wait. Hold on. So obviously, it's hot, very hot, obviously. And they're just a bunch of kids, let me guess, social media group or something like that. Say, hey, listen, we're going to go hang out at the pool today. And then 200 teens popped up. I'm guessing that's what happened here. Is it a public pool?
Just set off fireworks out here.
Oh.
Can you send me 5 more cars, please? I need 5 more cars for Sunset Pool. Everybody out here going to jail. Everybody out or you're going to jail.
Our next guest says it can be explained because this generation of teenagers has been raised as the me generation. Joining us now is family therapist, former
problem is they haven't been raised.
High school counselor for 25 years and author of Raising Healthy Teenagers, Tom Kirsting. Thank you so much, Tom, for coming on.
That's my pleasure.
So what do you mean by that? The me generation?
I see this at my gym, Ainsley, right? So if you go up to a machine and there's a young person on their phone and they're sitting there taking up the space and you go up to them and say, oh, excuse me, I'm almost done with the machine, they give you an attitude.
Right.
So it's a lot of, this generation, the trophy generation, the instant gratification generation. They are so accustomed to having everything they want when they want it that you become entitled.
Right. I mean, what do we do about this? Because what's happening is it's spreading on social media. They find out everyone congregate at this pool. They're bringing alcohol, they're bringing vapes and cigarettes, and then the police have to get involved because 300 people will show up.
That's the other part of it. It's a social media. This whole culture has become a social media driven culture. And young kids, they're taking videos of all this stuff, right? Just so they could chase those likes and those streaks and this and that. Furthermore, with social media, the more that you're exposed to things that are, unruly or criminal-like behavior, the more your brain begins to normalize that. You don't.
And remember, so if you're looking there, I did a video on the flash mobs where maybe 100 people were running to a store and they just go in there, clean it out, and everyone just runs out. Nothing happens. I did a video on that too. The flash mobs.
See it as a big deal. So
okay, guys, so really quickly, I did some quick, massively quick research. All right, so apparently Glen Ellen Park District Sunset Pool, this is in Illinois, and it has the ability to house 200 to 300 people. All right, so how many people were in the pool and why were they kicked out then? Like, I understand, listen, I wouldn't want a whole bunch of teenagers just straight popping up.
They set this up on social media. And then when they got there, they caused a lot of problems, and there was drugs. Yeah.
Immediately on my pool, neither, right? But
so they caused problems as soon as they got there, folks.
In the area, why were they kicked out? Unless they started acting unruly, then that's a different scenario. But just the presence of them and the initial presence of them should have not been an issue, based off of the sheer capacity that is allotted to this specific water park. It's a water park, guys, by the way. All right. Now, I wouldn't want them there neither. I'm just going to be honest here. My opinion. But legally, how would that stand? Like, unless they were just acting immediately unruly, which it didn't look like they were acting unruly until
Well, I did research on this case, and they had marijuana, and again, they would not listen to the people. That's why the police were called. And then one of the people that was trying to direct them to leave, well, they pushed them in, that person in the pool.
Well, the cop came, and then we saw someone letting off a firework. Right, that was the first initial statement here, guys. And I definitely prefer to be, honest, moral, and true here in the context.
Like behavior, the more your brain begins to normalize that.
Yeah, because like look at the imagery they're also showing on the screen here. This was not the imagery that you just showed me from the other place. These are peaceful, most likely kids, trying to go to the pool on a very hot day. It happened on July 5th.
So they were throwing staff in the pool. Okay, I think that part's coming up too.
Let's play. I'll go ahead and get the temperature.
You don't see it as a big deal. So like 200 kids showing up at a pool and being unruly, to them, they're entitled, number one.
Right.
I'm not sure what's going on in their households, but there's certainly not.
I'm looking at the footage you're showing me, and it looks like they're standing in a line trying to get inside the building, inside the pool. That's what it looks like, personally. Unless I'm wrong. Because this is not the same footage you showed me of the 7-Eleven with the kids running basically violently into the structure. But what are you talking about?
Rigid rules and so forth. And they also just don't see it as there being anything wrong, because who cares about everybody else? It's about me.
Right. This happened in Illinois. There were the 200, 300 teens that showed up at that public pool out on Long Island. 500 teenagers showed up at a beach. There were fights, overcrowding, a shooting, and then the beach had to close. 300 teens showed up at a shopping center in Brentwood, California. There were fights.
Yeah, you're naming other instances of a gigantic quantity of people coming into one place, but I'm not seeing any of that footage, even on the body camera of the police officer. It just seems like you just didn't want a gigantic amount of people coming at one time. Put that on the door.
Knocking items off the shelves. So you say this is a cultural breakdown. What can we do as parents?
Parenting.
To teach our children to avoid these areas, because it could end up in danger, or how to treat adults when you are confronted.
Yeah, avoid the swimming pool.
First and foremost, it starts in the household, right? And we got to get back to a culture where our families are having dinner together, where we're teaching our kids about things like faith, integrity, and values, right? And guiding them. Because essentially what they're doing is a reflection of what we're doing or not doing. So it's got to start there. And also, I've written books about this stuff. You have to delay all of the social media, all that stuff, all that superficial stuff that kids are consuming, and it's becoming their reality. We got to delay that, to like late adolescence, the earliest.
Right.
Yeah.
Why do you think this generation is that way? I know I'm a parent. I parent differently than my parents do. Is it because we were spanked, we were disciplined so much that maybe we're more lenient on our children?
Yeah, well, it's definitely that. Like I talked about the trophy generation, and I remember when I worked at the high school, this happened more than once. A student would curse out a teacher.
What?
And a parent would come in and say, "Well, what did the teacher do to make my child curse?"
How many times have I heard or seen that? Now when the parents come up to the school, they want to know what we did wrong. Hit that like button, Star Child. And what would happen if there was a drowning? They would film it and sue Star Child. Exactly, because they want likes and views. Exactly. Queen, you're right. It is ridiculous. At my job, someone outside took, oh, Lord Jammer. Wow. Oh,
I would never.
The teacher was always right.
I would never.
Exactly. Yeah. So that has really flipped. And
yeah, that's flipped. And let me show. I wanted you to show you when when they pushed the person in the pool. Hold on. That was another video. Hold on. I definitely wanted to show that to you. Hit that like button, because I know some people are like, well, but again, this all goes back to parenting, in my opinion. Connie, who's raising these kids? They're not being raised. They're not. All right, let me see. Yeah, let me show you. I think, where did I see where they pushed the person in the pool? Let me see. I'll get that set up for you right now. Hit that like button. And where are we? It's just something all the time. But here it is. Okay. So some people are like, well, they weren't really hurting anything, but you don't just show up. And so And then, of course, with all that's dangerous with all those people. Monique, remember when Mayor Johnson said it was just a gathering? Yeah, shots fired. Oh, it's just a peaceful day. No, it's not. Let me show you this. Boom, here we go. All right, so we got this. All right. And yeah, I'm pretty sure this is where, yeah, you see them push the worker in the pool. So you go there, you shouldn't be there, and then you cause problems.
July 5th, the crowd shown lingering inside and outside the gates. I need to get them all out. This manager visibly upset after being pushed into the lap pool moments before this.
Wait, the dog just have a microphone?
So the manager was holding the microphone. They pushed, and of course, pushed them in the pool. That's funny. And everyone has their phones out, of course, recording it.
Did he just have a microphone?
Before 5 on the evening of July 5th, the crowd shown lingering inside and outside the gates. I need to get them all out. This manager visibly upset after being pushed into
Yep, he got a microphone.
the lap pool moments before this.
And then they pushed her in the lap
At least
pool?
one.
Yeah, that's a problem. This is
Now that's supposed to be funny, and everyone had their phones out, so they got it, ha 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 ha, right? Oh,
it's always a problem. And it's always the same group of people. Look,
did I not just say that? It's always a small percentage that cause all the problems.
I know that every demographic has their problems. I know that every demographic, you know what I'm saying, got issues and troubles or whatever like that. You know, white people, they on welfare. They also get arrested by police officers, meth heads. I know that it's an Asian, part of the Asian community, the different people in the Asian community that suffer and stuff like that. But this is it's always a certain group of people. And I don't know why y'all parents just allow for y'all children to just be in these spaces. Dog, my kid is always with me most of the time. And I'm aware of them, and I got they Find Mine. I know, you know what I'm saying, where she is and who she with and what parents is available. You know what I'm saying? And that allows for her to have a little bit more freedom because she can handle it. They just push the pool attendant into the pool. The person that's working there, and then they got to call the police. And basically, this is a suburb out in Illinois, right outside of Chicago. And so apparently they had a party that they was going to go to or something that was popping. Maybe it got shut down. I don't know. And everybody is also doing it for clout. So now they're more incentivized to do even more incendiary stuff against people that's trying to get control. The police can't touch them because we already know that Illinois is a liberal state and a liberal cities and Chicago and stuff like that. And you already know where they all came from. Everybody know where they came from. Teens, but they got on bikinis, microphones, so you know that they basically gonna be in there throwing a party. They not afraid of the police officers, so they're not afraid of being held accountable. Now they putting their hands on people and employees that's trying to get stuff under control. I'm sure the employees is like stressed the hell out because they don't want to be, you know what I'm saying? They don't want to seem racist. It's always going to be a bunch of black people, and that's why people are saying black fatigue. And then y'all going to get on social media with your badass kids. You're going to get on social media and you're going to try to act like it's everybody else's fault, that people is all racist against you, when the culture is trash. And if you can't even get control of your own children, if you can't even get control of your own children, if everybody feel comfortable just pushing people inside of the pool and all of this other type of stuff, yo, this is crazy. Look at this nonsense. Look, look at what the girls got on. Look at what the young people got on. And when they say teens, it could be anywhere from 16 probably all the way up to 19 and 20 and all of this stuff. And so they don't respect nobody. They don't respect authority.
They don't respect any authority. That's police, teachers, government officials, this pool manager of the pool. They don't respect anyone, not even themselves. Citizen Kane, the problem is that our adult contemporaries are busy trying to be friends with the kids instead of their leaders. Boom. They can't get control of their kids because they can't control their own life. My girl. Oh, my God, that is sad that they, I must have missed MAGA. I have a few cousins that are professionals at being in jail. MAGA, right? Hey, people have to make choices, and it sucks to be you. See you when you get out, MAGA. Hey, nothing you or me can do to help anyone if they're not willing to change. That is sad, to throw your life away.
40, they not afraid of getting in trouble. They know that the live stream is going to be popping. They don't even mind about the evidence that's presented against them when you then say this or whatever. This is assault. You can't put your hands on people.
Yep.
Under any circumstance, you cannot put your hands on people. But let Brandon Johnson, the mayor of Chicago, come in and give his 2 cents about it. He's going to say, oh, no, this is just a large gathering. We're not going to demonize the children.
Oh.
At least they're not killing each other in this instance. And then
but you see, there was fireworks or something that they were using. Right, CJ. How you doing? Silky Brown, hit that like button for me, love, and hit the subscribe button if you are enjoying this content.
People has basically told the police officers, they said, listen, we confiscated all of this alcohol. You know, it's trees there too. So it just all goes left from there, bro.
This manager visibly upset after being pushed into the lap pool moments before this. At least one young man tried to help the woman, but she told officers others were not listening. On top of some going in without paying, police say people in the group were smoking pot, drinking alcohol, and setting off fireworks. Someone in the back of a silver SUV caught on camera dropping one out of the window. Right after this happened. In a crowded parking lot, yet another moments later.
Go home, property is closed.
No major injuries or property damage was reported according to the village, but it took some time for police to get the group to leave, some pushing back at officers.
Let's go. Which way? Why is he touching me? I'm trying to go to my vehicle. Then go. Touch me. Go to your vehicle. Touch me.
Well, at least one person.
See how nasty? Why you touch me then? So you see what officers, teachers, other people in roles of authority, you see what they have to deal with? Yeah. Then you wonder why you can't get teachers, you can't get police officers. This is the crap they have to deal with. Oh, my girls, and you wonder why other races don't want to be bothered with them. Boom. It's not racism. They're sick and they're tired of BS. Jeez. It is not racism. And the school teachers see, yeah, Jeffrey, yes. And I told you, I'm a mentor teacher. I have 3 teachers that I mentor. They're new to the profession. And I tell them how I don't deal with disrespect. If someone wants to put on a scene, they're on the other side of the door and my door is locked. So you can stand out, go out wherever and talk to yourself. This is my room and I'm here to teach and you're not taking over my classroom. Trashy, wicked, my girls, yes, and 60 plus years of voting for the Democrats. It's not white supremacy and it's not racism. That's why I told you. You saw these teenagers, that pipeline from the school to the prison. What have I told you 1,000 times? I don't create it. Lack of parenting has created that pipeline, not me. No. Or any other teacher. People won't take accountability. If you don't raise your children, this is what you get. That's no one's fault but yours. And I wanted to share that with you. Hit that like button, folks, if you're enjoying the content. Also, please hit the subscribe button. Share this stream out on your various forms of social media. So these are, again, not to beat a dead horse. These are things that we're dealing with. And if you talk to the libs, they want to throw more money at this program, throw more money at that program, and nothing's changing because no one is addressing the pink elephant in the room, which is the lack of parenting. Lanita, feral teens in my city of Akron, Ohio, actually closed a whole mall called Rolling Acres and shopping area because of their behavior. Now we have nothing for miles within the urban area. No CVS or Walgreens too. Lanita, Lanita, for those that don't know, is a retired educator. She will attest to everything that I'm telling you. And Lanita, you taught in Texas, if I'm not mistaken. I'm in North Carolina. Teachers used to be respected. Connie, this is what, yeah, you have some students who are raised properly. And we don't have a large percentage. I told you a lot of our students, their parents are, in the military, because I'm right here, Fort Bragg, Pope Air Force Base. But we do have some. I don't spend any time on students like that. I have little Mary here who's here to learn. And then this moron over here who wants to put on a scene to be cool. I'm not dealing with that person. Go. So that jail cell that's waiting for you, go see your parents, because they're the reason you're going, not me. I don't make time. And this is another major issue I have with public education. We spend more time on the kids, the students who are doing things they're not supposed to be doing. We don't give enough time to the students who are coming every day, doing what they're supposed to be doing. And I have a major problem with that. Pena. Okay, good deal. Derek, how you doing, love? Hit the like button. So that's what I'm saying, folks. That's all I had to share with you. But I gave you my review. I don't blame these businesses. They're being shoplifted, those of you just joining, into oblivion. And they're saying nice words. Well, we're closing. They're not. They're too afraid to say the real reason that they are having to shutter so many stores. Shoplifting and crime. Look at all the blue cities. Okay. Pattern recognition. It's the usual suspects. Yes, Pena. Much love to you too, Alley Cat. And so I'm just saying, these kids were not raised to live life like they should by. Right, Jeffrey? Exactly. And it's unfortunate. But if I took all of you in this chat right now to my high school where I teach, I could point out students to you. All right, this one. I know where they're going to be in a few years. I won't say it on here, but I know where they're going. They have a number for them. I see what they do when they're in school. This guy that had his windshield, his glass broken. He was punched in the face, and everyone was like, "Oh my God!" And of course, Ben Chump and his partner are all over it and talking about how horrible this incident was. And after I did that video, the guy he did a press conference showing where his tooth was cracked, and he had to get stitches. What precipitated all of that? That's the pink elephant in the room they don't want to discuss. Thank you, Jeffrey. So see, people don't like what I'm saying because there's this people in La La Land. Oh, everyone's going to be a success, and that's just not reality. It's unfortunate. Some people want it, some people don't. I see it. I have students that have gone to Yale University. I have students in jail, prison. I have them both places. I have students right now at Duke University. You've all heard of Duke University, as well as many other universities across the state and the world. And again, I have students in prison. Make a choice. It's not racism. It's not white supremacy. It's the choices you make. Lanita, I only shop in the middle of the day in areas that are quiet and clean. I've seen folks walk out of stores with items because there's no security to stop them. Stores are scared to be called racist. Boom. Lanita, I get it. I get it. I do the same thing. There's a Food Lion that I go to. I drive out of my way because all of the other Food Lions are known as ghetto. And you can see the clientele and what you see people stealing. Some are so bad, there are police officers there all day. I don't want to go there where I feel like I'm in prison when I could drive a little bit out of the way and go to a nice, clean facility. And that's what I do when I want to go to Food Line, or I'll go to Walmart. Security officer can't do anything. Right, Jeffrey? Security guards, they're afraid to do anything. When things go south, you're thrown under the bus, just like the police officers, just like the teachers. We're all thrown under the bus. Queen Adaya, my father did not allow disrespect in the household. Don't let the teacher say you talk too much in class. My parents trained us up. I tried to do the same for my children. Train up the children. Queen Adaya, yes. Yes. We need to get back to that. But when the government became the father of especially Black children, the government makes a poor father. We have to get back to full nuclear families. That is the problem no one wants to talk about. Dorian, you're going to Prairie View A&M. That's an HBCU in the fall. Okay. Good luck there. All right. Yes, I like peace. I like cleanliness. I don't want to go into a place where there are police officers and all kinds of unscrupulous people. No. Again, I have more years behind me than I do ahead of me. What's left of my life, I want it to be as peaceful as possible. I want to enjoy, places where I go. Money takes. Okay, Dorian, that's good. Okay. Jeffrey, I try. I've done it for 27 years. And so I'll put my career up against any other educator's career. And Maga said my father was a magician. He disappeared when I was sick. Oh my God, Maga. That's all right, Maga. You made it in spite of. You're still here and you're contributing to society. So that's fine. That's his loss. That's his loss. The government was a surrogate dad. Parents can still train up the children. Problem is, Queen Adaya, they don't do anything. They just have children and they're just here. And it's the same. I was watching this, 15-year-old kid killed 3 people. He's going to jail for 40 years. He killed him when he was 12. Yeah, this is what happens when the government is your father. I saw a teenager killed his grandparents in Florida. My brother is from Glen Ellen, and they are not used to these extra ghetto kids from the city. Blexit. Okay, Blexit da Communita. Yeah, and then when they went there, they caused problems. It's not like they just went there, you go in there, you're not listening to the manager, you push the manager in the pool, you're smoking trees, you're drinking. Yeah. Yes, Queen. I watched it yesterday. Connie, thank you, Miss Rowland. Seems like teachers are doing the parents. Yeah, and Connie, that's the problem, Connie. So I tell teachers, I tell parents, I'm not a babysitter. So the ones who have not raised their children, I don't have time for them and I don't make time for them. I'm spending Connie, if you have a child and they're really, really, really there to learn, I'm not spending my time on this guy over here who's there because the judge told him, go back to school or you're going back to jail. And he's sitting in my room with an ankle monitor on. No, ma'am. No, sir. I'm going over here. And I know they say, it's a pipe dream. You're supposed to teach everyone. You can't teach everyone. See, I say the inconvenient things that people don't want to hear. Lanita, Roland, you are correct. The welfare system became the provider, father, with irresponsible women married to social services for life, if they can, resulting in many feral kids and unhinged single women. Boom. No lies were detected in that statement. None. And Lanita, being a retired educator, everything that I'm saying, she can attest to. Even though she taught in Texas, I'm still teaching in North Carolina. So you don't have to listen to me, but listen to what she's saying. She's not lying. That's the truth. And people blow smoke up your rear. Oh, that's cruel, and every child should get out of here. Yeah, I believe that crap when I started teaching. I know better now. No. A lot of them, they're not there to learn. They're just there because their parents don't want to be bothered with them. Well, guess what? If it's your child and you don't want to be bothered, and I've seen this, folks, it's sad. I've seen Black teachers. They don't want to be bothered with ghetto kids. So I've heard conversations. Now, you know, in my 27-year career, I've heard some things. If Black teachers don't want to be bothered with this demographic, what the heck what do you think about white teachers and other teachers? I'm just saying, type it in the comment section. And I'm talking about ghetto kids that have not been trained or raised. They're just there. They don't follow rules. They don't listen to anyone in authority. If I told you the conversations I've heard in my 27-year career, your socks would roll up. Like the witch when that house fell on her in The Wizard of Oz. The government started the PAPI system for women whose husbands were not taking care of their children. This was for the white moms. They have since changed it. Okay, Queen Adaya, thank you, love. Yep, I've seen it all with my own eyes. I knew of teachers that left at lunch break and never came. Never came back. Star Child, a teacher can build a foundation, only a family can. The teacher builds on the foundation. Right, we're supposed to be working on that in unison, but that's not what they're doing. White or Black ghetto kids are running roughshod on society. And yeah, it's the same thing. The white or Black ghetto kids, yeah. If you haven't been raised, those are the people that cause the most problems in society. Look it up. White, melanated, color does not matter. Disobedience is disobedience. Yes.
Blah, blah, blah.
Exactly. You're right. A lot of people from my generation act like this, and I feel out of place. Dorian, yeah, it's not right. And give me some credit too. Jeffrey, I'm giving you credit, love. I'm just telling you, if I told you all the conversations that I've had, and I've had Black teachers say they didn't want Black kids in their class because they were going to bring their test scores down. Black teachers said that. Okay? Black. And it wasn't that the Black teachers didn't like Black students, but the particular Blacks, the segment that they had didn't give a care. I'm just telling you facts. Lanita, can you attest to that from your previous teaching experience? Roland's right. That's what I said. Other races don't want to be bothered with them, but it's their fault. My girls, exactly. I don't do ghetto. Take that somewhere else. No. Lanita, it's the feral kids that make the teacher turnover rates high across the board. Thank you, Lanita. Now, again, we have white kids, Hispanic kids as well, but the largest majority, as Lanita calls them, the feral kids. Yeah, where they're just here. They no home training, nothing. They're just here causing problems. Jeffrey, blame that on my keyboard. Okay, Jeffrey, you're good, love. I'm a colorblind prosecutor, and I see white and Black and a myriad of illegal kids. Yeah, Allie, you see them all, dear. And so that's just where I'm at in my career. I help the ones that want to be helped. You come to my class with a smart mouth. First of all, I stop everyone at the front door. You come in with a smart mouth, you don't get past the front door. I just slam the door and lock it. I don't care where you go. I am teaching the students that want to learn. I am not wasting time on you because I know where you're going sooner or later. I know that's cruel, but that's truth. And people don't want to hear the truth. People want to hear nice stories. They make you feel fuzzy and warm. That's not what I'm telling. That's not what I'm doing here today. I had a good teacher, Miss Gilbert, black lady, best teacher I ever had. Okay, Jeffrey. Yeah. Yep. And that's what I try to do. I have a lot of students that I still mentor and that I'm still in contact with. Right, Alley Cat? I don't make time. I do not. That's that other teacher down the hall. That's not me. That's right, Lord Jammer. My protector is here. That's right. I didn't go to college to go and go into Mortal Kombat. And thank God I'm in if you know what a hut or trailer is, my classroom is outside. So I'm not in the main building, which is good. And my school has over 2,200 students. So again, I don't have time to be dealing with some moron over here who's just here because his mother doesn't want to be bothered and sends him to school. He doesn't do anything. When you have people walking around there, in the 9th grade, 2 and 3 years in a row, what are you doing? Why are you coming? That's right, Connie, I do. I wish your ghost could be there, Connie. I don't play those games. And I know they probably call me some bad words behind my back. I don't care. I slam that door and lock it. And you can find somewhere else to go for an hour and 30 minutes. You're not coming in here taking over because God has me teaching. And you're not going to come in this classroom and stop me from doing my job. I don't care where you go, but you're not coming in here. That's truth. Yes, Connie, and I've done that my entire career. Well, for the past 25 years anyway. First couple of years, I was still trying to get everything, together. Lynn, but the hostility is thrown at us, black or white. Yeah, that did achieve. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I wish teachers, I'm committed to the few. I'm committed to the people that want to learn, not the people that are there because their mother makes them come. There are kids there. I was talking with a teacher the other day. Some going to be in the 9th grade for the 3rd year in a row. So they'll come this year. They still won't do anything. Walk around the school all day, then get on the bus and go back home. Why would I waste time on a person like that? I'm not. No. The taxpayers are paying me to educate their children. I'm educating the ones that want to learn it. If you don't want to learn, I tell my students, it's great to be an American. You have choices. I said, when I pass out assignments, I said, you don't have to do it. I said, when I go to the grade book on this computer, a 0 will go in there or 100 will go in there. That's fine. Hey, it's great to be an American. I said, it's your choice. You don't have to do it. That's right, Vicki. And it does. I told you I have another major problem I have. These same people, this same group. You heard Antoine say it. It's the same demographic. Not all, but the ghetto portion of it. Their parents will drop them off 5:30 in the morning for basketball practice. Can't read a lick. If we had a program, we tried it years ago, for parents to bring their children. See, this is why I have a problem with this ghetto demographic. If we had a program, hey, bring your child to school at 5 or 5:30 so we can get them at grade level reading, at grade level mathematics. They would have 1,000,001 excuses. Do you have a bus? I don't have any train. They wouldn't have those kids there, but you have them there for basketball practice. So it's priorities. It's not racism, stupid. It's your bad choices and your priorities. They go to college, no education. Yeah, can't read or write, can't calculate, can't do anything. But yeah, Monique, but I don't. I do not. And I think I'm going to have three. I had three mentees. I mentored three new teachers last school year. I have three teachers, the same three teachers that I'll be mentoring this year. And a couple of them, I said, hey, I told you, don't take crap. Get that out of your room and teach your class. Don't deal with that. They want to put on a scene for their peers. You walk away, they stop talking. Do like I do, walk away, slam the door and lock it. Go ahead and teach. I don't have time for nonsense. So that's all I have for you. They have a pipe dream. Their kid will make it big and rescue them out of the ghetto. And that's all it is a pipe dream. Vicky, same, them, right. Lunch number, right, Vicky? Vicky works in the schools too. Yep. So that's all I have for you. Tomorrow's going to be great. If you were here, I did a couple of videos. Remember the African immigrant? She can't stand Black America. I hate you. If I'm walking on the street and I see you, I cross to the other side. Remember, she was fired. And then the other African nurse, they had her recorded. She didn't like Black people either. So now the people that don't know, there's an ongoing feud where Black Americans are saying they're boycotting African businesses. So it's a whole mess. That's going to be interesting tomorrow. Make sure you're here tomorrow. My girls, and all they want to do is be an athlete or a rapper. Lord Jammer, you got it. What a joke. What a joke. I can't. And see, I've always loved school, so I don't understand the lack, the awareness, the non-interest in learning. That was never me. So that's like totally foreign to me. So no, I'm not spending any time on you. I'm not. Go enjoy your life in prison. I don't care. Great to be an American. You have choices and they have a number for you. Not my problem. Not my problem. Jammer, that's something that Charles Barkley pointed out about white and Black schools. Yeah. Priorities. My son was really good at football, but he quit because the other team that he had to compete against had a girl and he didn't want to hurt her. Oh, Maga. Yeah. Yeah. So that's all I have for you. I enjoyed you. And I thank all of you for your support. Again, we made it over 14,000. Onward to 15,000, I guess now. And if you continue to leave comments, if you continue to hit that like button, share the stream with family, share the stream with friends, that helps this community to grow even more. And there are thousands of content creators here on YouTube. So, I really appreciate you because you don't have to be here. And I have a song. I hate Tijuana's gone. So Maga or I know Dorian's not going to know this song. My girls or Lord Jammer might know this song. Tell me the group and the year. There's a new sun arising. In your eyes, I see a horizon that will keep me realizing you're the biggest part of me. Need your love and here beside me. Need it close enough to guide me. I've been hoping you would find me. You're the biggest part of me. Make a wish, baby. All right, what's the song? And I will make it come true. Make a wish, baby. How you doing? All right, Beverly. Of the things I'll do for you. Make a wish, girl. Where are we? Yes, Alley Cat. You're the biggest part of me. That's Ambrosia, baby. 1980 was a good year. Woo! Dorian, I told you you couldn't answer that, love. You're not old enough. No, that was Ambrosia, Lanita. Ambrosia. Yes, Queen. Queen Adaya, make a wish, baby. Ambrosia. I love ambrosia. So that's all I have. Queen Adaya, make sure you are here. We got to talk about these. One of these African immigrants is threatening Black Americans because Black Americans are going to boycott African businesses. So it's getting this has been going downhill. And you heard about the Essence Festival. So this thing has been going south forever. So he's 6'5". Oh my God. Okay, MAGA. Okay. 6'5". Okay. We need him in we need him in Dallas on the Cowboys O-line. That's what I need. Okay, Queen. Yeah, but make sure you're here tomorrow. We got to talk about this incoming feud. Well, it's been going on, but it's just escalating against Africans and Black Americans. Woo! I still thank God since Trump has been in office, each day a layer of the onion has been peeled. And now you know where you stand with everyone. I love it. I know, Alec Cat, those Cowboys, they just, it's management. You know that. So I want everyone to enjoy the rest of their evening. I enjoyed you. And again, thank you for helping me to make it 14,000. And you know what's next. Tomorrow, 4:00, we'll be on like usual. I did not know I could speak about my, Jeffrey, yes. You have Trumpers on here. Yes, you know that. Yes, go ahead and speak about Trump. We speak about Trump all the time. I thank God. The providential hand of God saved Trump. Has everyone noticed since Trump's been in office, and you may not like everything that he's done, but the truth is coming out on everything. Yes, my girls. No, Jeffrey, talk about him. Thank you, Star Child. Great video, great chat. Star Child, tomorrow, 4:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you for subbing to the channel. We're glad to have you. As you can see, we share truth, but we also have a good time. Shalom. Yes, Queen. I want your insight tomorrow. Make sure you're here. So I'll see you all in the comment section. And don't forget, once the live is over, please, if you will, leave comments. Logical Speaks. Thank you so much, Logical. We'll tomorrow at 4:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, love. Please be here, dear. I'll drop some. We're going to be dropping more truth. People don't want to hear it, but I am going to speak it. I love you. Be safe. I'm coming to talk to you right now in the comment section. Once the live video is over, please leave comments under the description box, and I will be there to answer. I respond to all comments. Yes, Logical Speaks. I'm coming to talk to you right now, so don't leave the chat right now.